hear ye, ye merrymakers and winter-bound wanderers. Gather close as the hearth fires roar, snowflakes dance like mischievous sprites, and the bells of destiny ring across the frost-kissed Iron Realm. Welcome, one and all, to our annual holiday campaign, a Yuletide chapter in our ever-growing saga. An epic woven from courage, betrayal, and choices weighty enough to shake even the North Pole itself. What began as a humble spark in Episode 1 has now blazed into a roaring winter bonfire, bright enough to guide lost adventurers through the longest nights. If you've only just arrived, fear not, traveler of fresh snow. You may stand in the blizzard's eye, but the entire journey lies preserved. Every clash of steel, every whispered secret, every divine miracle and catastrophic misrule, waiting for you to unwrap like a gift from the gods. Each Wednesday night, our fellowship gathers around the sacred holiday table, where imagination reigns supreme and dice tumble like enchanted ornaments. From there, our tale is carried into the production dungeon, where industrious editing elves hammer, polish, and enchant it with relentless cheer. And come Sunday, it rises anew, gleaming, radiant, and bedecked in digital holly, released upon YouTube for all to witness. But hark, our presence stretches far beyond the snowy borders. We've scattered festive breadcrumbs across the digital realms: Facebook, Instagram, the Iron Realm, Wiki. Even the enchanted scroll archives of Pinterest follow us, cheer with us, meme us. We thrive on your holiday chaos. Tonight, dear traveler, we embark upon our holiday adventure. The Dungeon Master approaches, wrapped in mystery and peppermint-scented dread, ready to begin the festivities. Let the holiday rolling commence.
Good evening, everyone of the Iron Realms and everyone that is watching. Tonight is the first night of our actual holiday campaign that I, Matt, am DMing. You guys used to see me as Tolnar, but tonight I'm actually going to be the DM. So let's get the introductory underway for our characters. First up is Tam.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I play Tam, the Celestial Engineer, Druid Artificer, level 15.
Next will be Gnarlson.
Hi, I'm David. I play Gnarlson Firebrand, a just generic, straight fighter. Slash!
Next is Dirge.
Hello. I'm Chris. I'm playing Dirge Hollowtide. He is a human variant bard, fighter, ranger, level 15. Arr!
Next is Judgment.
Hello, I am Rhea. Tonight and for the foreseeable future, I will be playing Judgment, the Herald of House Bane. She is a level 15 tiefling, divine soul sorcerer, and undead patron warlock.
Next is going to be Oracle.
Yes, hello, I'm Brad, and tonight and for the Christmas campaign, I will be playing. I'm the Oracle of Omth Grod, and I don't know my real name. But I am a level 15 warlock. I don't remember who my patron is at the moment, but they're very nice to me.
Next
I'm a dwarf.
will be Arendor.
Hello, I'm John. I play Arendor Valewin, level 15, elf, fighter, rogue, wizard.
And last but not least is Lark. You're muted, Lark.
Man, tonight's just not my night. I'm Allison. I play Lark Emberfeather. She is a level 15 female owlin bard, druid, and fighter.
And I guess, that, fail of, perceptions because of teasing us with that, red velvet cake from earlier, huh?
I'm sorry. It was just too good. It's just a big slice of cake.
Karma.
So one of the things I did want for this holiday campaign is the players to play someone or a class that they typically don't play. So, you'll see as the night and the games go on, these are much different types of characters for the players. David's character is not going to be 3 foot tall, might be 4.5. That's tall for most of his. And the theme for this is going to be a little bit darker than normal for a Christmas themed type of game. It is what happens when the creativity of the holidays gets taken and be used as the evil and not so caring energy takes over. With that, we will begin. Where you guys are at, wherever it may be right now, it is night, dark, windy, and cold. And there is a knock on the outside of the door wherever you guys are resting, or even on the road in a tent.
Somebody's knocking on my tent?
Hey, it's magical. You never know. Prestidigitation is a wonderful, cantrip. So the first person that's going to be up after hearing the knock will be Dirge.
I'm actually aboard ship.
You're still have a knock on your door.
Oh, I know. I sail aboard the mourner's wake. I'm in the cabin that would normally be my captain's cabin, but unfortunately, he, as well as the rest of my crew, have been murdered, and I am alone. I'm basically accruing dock fees at the moment because I can't go anywhere. And when that door knock happens, it brings me out of a revelry of remembering my fellow shipmates and my captain. And I make my way trudgingly towards the door and open it with a start. Normally, I do not actually talk. My tongue has been severed from my body. And I use a pan whistle to talk with folks, or to make at least gestures and notes that others can understand. But for theatrics of the campaign, I will forego using the pan whistle, as you can see, because I'm sure that it will hurt your ears. Looking out, I give a quizzical look to see who is at my doorstep.
When you look out, you see a creature that is about 3 foot in height, long, pointy ears, dressed in clothing that you're not quite familiar with. It is, thicker form of clothing that you're used to, since you're used to being out on the seas and moving and, hard labor. They look up at you and go, Dirge, here is your letter. Please read it, and once you made your decision, say out loud what it is.
Okay.
With that, I'm going to go to Tam. Tam, you hear a knock or a sound that sounds like a knock from where you are staying at. What do you do?
Well, I turn from the telescope that I'm looking at, and I go to the door, and I say to the door, if you have a light, put it out, and then I will open the door. And I wait, and then I open the door.
When you open the door, you see this towering, tall creature. What you would make out would be like an orc. And you see him in a clothing that you're quite not familiar. This clothing looks a little bit more tattered and worn versus new. And he also hands you a letter and tells you that you need to read this letter. When you make your decision, vocalize it out loud. With
All right.
that, I will go to Oracle.
Yes.
Oracle,
Who is it?
you hear a voice saying, "Could you come to the flat, please?"
Why, certainly. The Oracle will put down her book on plagues in history and open the flap and look outside to see who knocked on her tent.
So, Oracle, when you look out, you see a creature that's hovering about halfway up of your height, no more than a foot tall, but you're able to perceive some light glistening off of something that's moving quickly and fast from the creature's back. They look oddly adorned and something that you may have known from your past, but you can't quite place it because you've been around for so long. You have seen so many different things throughout this world. And this creature hands you the letter and says in a very hush tone, when you read this letter, vocalize your answer out loud. And with that, I will go with to judgment. So you hear a knock from outside of wherever you may be at. What do you do?
I put down the brush and the packet of makeup that I have been using to apply my face paint, which is basically a fancy skull, blacked out on the eyes, blacked out nose shapes, and on the lips with a white base. I am staying in an inn that is furnished by the money I have earned for being part of my house, and I kind of readjust my shoulders, flip my tail, and I go and answer the door.
Upon opening the door, you see what would appear as someone that would be human. Nothing fancy that shows any adornment other than the oddity of their clothing. This person is about your height, but wearing thick wool type of clothing. The color is a faded green. And you hear not from the mouth, but in your own head, while they reach out with the letter. Once you read this letter, vocalize your answer out loud. With that, we will go to Endor.
The planet or Arendor?
Arendor, sorry.
No problem. How about as they approach the orphanage, the Valewind House of the Threefold Path, there is a hallow spell which is cast around the entire complex, which, hallow wards against all types of different things: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, undead. I don't know if you need to roll for it or not, if they're but there's a hallow spell that protects the entire property. So I don't know if whoever this messenger is needs to deal with that or not.
So, what do you do when you're hearing the sound?
Well, if the creature or whoever it is comes and makes its way to the door and knocks on the door, then Arendor will go and answer the door.
When you open the door, you see a box with a envelope on top of it. And the envelope says, "Read this and vocalize your answer out loud. Depending on your answer would depend if this box opens or not." Lark.
Okay.
How do you respond when you hear the sound of knocking? Allison.
Sorry. Sorry. I mean, Lark is currently staying at an inn. She had just finished performing on the streets for the night, so she's kind of tuning her fiddle, kind of lost in thought at the moment.
So, upon hearing the knock on your door, what does Lark do?
She kind of jolts up out of her daydream or whatever and slowly opens the door, like peeking her head through the crack.
So, upon opening the door, well, cracking the door open, you see what would be described as a goblin, but not a goblin that you've ever interacted with before. This goblin appears to be actually better kept, as in the sense of hygiene. Clothing looks a lot better than what you would ever expect to be on a goblin. And there's a hat that looks like almost at its end of wear. And they hand a letter to you through the crack, and all you hear is, when you get done reading, vocalize your answer out loud. And everyone, now my brain went dead on who all I've gone. I've gone to everyone, or Gnarlson, you're the last one. Gnarlson, you hear a knock on your tent.
Standing alone in the forest, dressing a deer coated in blood from nose to toes. Before the sound of the third knock fades away, a knife is thrown and embeds itself in the wood.
You hear a chuckle, and all you see is a piece of paper getting slid through the smallest crack and coming to you. And you hear it in a voice sounding like it's on the wind. When you read this letter, vocalize your answer out loud.
I hate magic. Picks up the letter, looks at it, stabs it with the knife to the post, and goes back to dressing the deer. Eating raw chunks of flesh.
Upon everyone that has read or currently reading the letter, you will see that it is written and addressed to each and every one of you, and is saying that your help is in dire need. There is a force that is taking over and corrupting certain beings and thoughts in our town. Your help is dire and in much grave need of your wisdom and your help. If you are willing to help, say yes. If not, say no, and you won't be bothered again. Dirge, what is your response?
Yes.
Pam, what is your response?
I look through my telescope one last time, and I read the portents, and I look over the letter one more time, and look back through the telescope, and say, yes.
Judgment, what is your response?
I am going to spare a quick glance to the bedside table that has an open ledger of things that tasks that require doing, and I glance over it and I go, don't really have anything else better to do. Yes.
Oracle, what is your response?
Somebody needs my help. And I need to help. I need help too. You can't ask for help if you're not willing to give help. So, yes, I will help.
Arendor, what is your response?
Arendor goes into the inner chamber of the orphanage where his residence is. He grabs his rapier, he grabs his thieves' tools, and he grabs his spell book. And in a very regal way, if this was something like that you were watching through a movie, as he grabs all these items, he looks at the letter one last time and says defiantly, yes.
Upon him saying yes, Endor, you hear a mechanism in the box unlock.
Okay, go to the box.
You see just the smallest gap that was not there before with the box. And from your passive perception, You would gather that it just unlocked for whatever reason it may have been. What
So
do
I
you
would
do?
recognize it as a portal, being a student of the arcane.
You recognize that there was a magical lock that was on the box.
I interact with it.
How?
Put my toe on it, put my finger on it.
As in just touching or just...
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm assuming it's something that I need to either investigate or touch to activate.
Okay. You touch it. The box just moves. The lid is able to move up and down freely with no resistance.
Okay, but have I opened the box? I mean, is the box open?
The box was unlocked. There was a small
Unlocked.
gap.
Oh, okay.
Was
Well,
not
I'll
there
open
before.
up. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm gonna open up the box.
Upon opening the box, you see this shirt that is finally made, and a note saying, due to your past success in your own well-known of teaching, a most needed item of clothing / armor is always appreciated by a true deserved person. When you look at the shirt that's in the box, it looks plain. It looks unornate by nature. But you also have a strange sense that this item is imbued with some magic.
I mean, obviously I'll touch it, manipulate it, make sure it doesn't explode in my hands. And if it doesn't, I mean, I'll put it on.
And it does not. Go ahead, and I believe it is able for you to be able to see it because it's part of my own homebrew collection. Look up. Well, I misspelled that, so give me a second. But look up Shirt of Resistance. And let me know if you are able to find it underneath that.
Okay, shirt.
Because it should be shared to you through Beyond. It is part of my own homebrew since you're in a campaign of mine.
Gotcha. Is it going to be blue, green, purple?
It should be blue. It's showing up as blue in the name of it. So,
and it was just like that Shirt of Resistance.
It's Elven Shirt of Resistance, but I think I'm probably misspelled Elven. I'm not quite sure.
ELVEN.
Then yes, that was spelled correctly. If not, I will get it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I've tried Resistance, and I've tried Resistance Elven. I can try Resistance Shirt.
So let me go ahead and.
I mean, unfortunately, I've got. Yeah, I don't know if it's looking at mine also, but I mean.
Okay, if you can't find it, I will end up sending it to you. But the description of it. But going to Clark. Allison.
Sorry.
What is your response?
Well, she's kind of gonna have the letter open on her desk, and she's just gonna continue tuning her fiddle. And on accident, out loud, she's gonna say yes. Because she was still deciding at the time, but she had just finished tuning and it took her forever, and yeah. It was an accidental yes.
Gnarlson.
Not being very bright, he mumbles his way through the letter. And as he reads more and more, he gets visibly agitated. Finally, he says, "This reeks of King Tonkin's treachery. It shall not stand. I shall attend this. Yes!"
Upon saying yes, everyone has a sense that something's different around you guys. Every single one of you guys has something that it's noticeable. Either there's a much stronger gust of cold wind, or there's a slight pressure outside or around you. Upon opening any of your guys' doors to your guys' room, flaps, to the gazebo, tent, whatever, you notice the outside is not the same as it was when you opened originally. It's a much colder, windier, and the cold will bite to the bone as a true northern winter wind hits. And it is a little bit more of beginning of sunrise where you guys are able to see. What do you guys do?
First thing
Surge.
I say is I look around and go, "Where's my dinner?" Because I was dressing a deer.
Well, the deer's still there. It's just you're at wherever you're at around you, other than that, because this is what you're interacting with as well. That's still there, but you do notice that for some reason you have been transported to somewhere
least my
that
lunch-
you're not familiar.
At least my dinner came with.
Dirge, how do you react?
Exactly.
Jeez. Tell me really how you feel.
That must have been from Gnarlson's dinner of venison.
No, Gnarlson heard that in the distance.
I guess I don't really have a reaction to what is going on, other than wanting to just move forward, go where I'm needed, what is needed to have happen. So I don't have any other reaction than that.
So you walk through, in essence, the portal that's formed.
Yeah.
Tam?
When when the breath starts to form and fog up the lens of my telescope, I'm like a little confused. And so I take the edge of my robe and wipe it and look back through. And I'm like, that's not right. So I go to the door and open it, and and close the door. I grab my heavier cloak and put it on, and grab a compass and a sextant and walk outside to see if I can get my bearings.
Upon walking out, Tam, you notice the stars is not the same that you're familiar with.
Nope.
It's completely different constellations, even more so than you're familiar with. Like, it's just brighter, and there's appears to be more stars than what you're used to seeing in the night sky. Judgment.
As I kind of feel whatever shift, the increase of pressure, I'm going to cut a glare out towards the door, and as something right in my sternum, right here in the middle of my chest, starts to like pulse, I'm going to quickly turn around, grab my bag, make sure I have whatever provisions I need that I don't have in there already, make sure my ledger's in, make sure I have my rings on, and I'm going to shuck on my coat, flip the hood up, make sure my boots are laced, and then with a quick little exhale, I'm going to step through the door.
Oracle, what's your response? How do you react to the feeling that you felt with the change?
Is my tent still here?
Your tent's, the opening to your tent opens to the portal. Your tent is still there, but it's basically when you step out of your tent, you walk into a different environment.
Clutching onto the book that I was reading before I answered the door, I opened the tent flap, or it's already open. I'm like, oh, what happened? What? And then she gets disoriented, and she falls out of her tent and tumbles down the hill in front of her into the portal, and lands at the bottom of the hill, looking around like, you guys aren't right. What? Help!
6 years running, Grain Soak Ale reigns supreme in the kingdom of Ethukoth. Crafted by the Grain Soak brothers in small batches, originally served only at the Dusty Kettle Tavern in Balastar VR, now served across the realms. A wine is just a wine, but an ale is a brew. Grain Soak Ale, now served across Ethukoth and Astarag. Not sold in Aformith. Drink responsibly, not suitable for halflings, gnomes, or fairies.
Welcome to the Saltine Keg, where the fire's warm, the ale's cold, and the biscuits are blessed. Found in cities across the Iron Realm, each Saltine Keg is locally owned, steeped in tradition, and brimming with hearty fare. Whether you're a weary traveler or a curious local, you never know what stories will unfold when you step through our doors. Tonight's offerings? Let's take a look. Hearty suppers and platters. Sink your teeth into the hunter's roast beast, slow-roasted venison or boar with root vegetables and thick gravy. Or try the fried fowl and tater wedges, crispy chicken thighs paired with herbed potato slices. Feeling nostalgic? The shepherd's pie of the southern marches brings ground lamb and mashed turnips together in a golden crust. For something sweet and savory, the smoked ham haunch with honey glaze and stewed apples is a crowd favorite. And if breakfast for supper is your calling, The barrelman's plate delivers eggs, sausage, fried cakes, and roasted mushrooms. Each entree comes with your choice of 2 sides: butter-steamed greens, stone-milled corn mush, honeyed carrots, crisped tater discs, or the pickled root medley. Breads and biscuits. Warm your soul with flaky buttermilk biscuits, golden corn cakes with honey butter, or a rustic loaf of hearth bread. Sweet finishes. Indulge in the apple crumble of Eldon Hollow, the moonberry cobbler, or the velvety sugar cream tart. Each a spell of sweetness to end your meal. Tankards and draughts. Raise a glass of barrel-aged ale brewed by dwarves deep in the mountain halls. Or sip on sweet cider, goat's milk, or enchanted spring water drawn fresh from the well. The Saltine Keg, where stories simmer, laughter echoes, and every bite tastes like home. Come hungry, leave mythic.
In the Iron Realm, every journey begins with a choice, a path, a steed. From mossy glades to gilded towers, Realm Rider Transit Guild carries you swiftly, safely, splendidly. Choose your pace, a donkey for the rugged trail, a carriage for comfort and charm, a skyborne dirigible for those who dream above the clouds. Founded by Sir Garrick of the Seven Saddles, Realm Rider blends magic and muscle, offering enchanted root stones, bonded beastmasters, and bardic entertainment for the discerning traveller. Book your passage at any Realm Rider waystone, found in taverns, guild halls, and market squares. Your route sigil will glow when your steed arrives. Realm Rider Transit Guild. From cobblestone to cloud, your journey, your steed.
Arendor?
So I never did find the shirt, but so we'll deal with that later. At some point, you had given me a chain shirt +1. I don't know if it's the same stats.
I've created.
That's cool. That's fine. So anyway, I just doing a cursory search. I couldn't find it in my inventory. So when this box opens, are you saying that then is that where I feel the cold coming through?
No, the cold will be outside of your door. I didn't add that into your inventory. I was gonna have you just look it up like you would search for normal items. Like you would go and add like an item to your.
Correct. Yeah,
I searched
by resistance and shirt, and it never came up. So
I will send that to you.
Right, and I should have homebrew turned on or whatever. But you made a homebrew item?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you didn't check private. Well, I guess it might still show up. I don't know.
It said it should show up even if you're in my campaign. It should share with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in there. So, but anyway, we'll do that.
I sent it to
you. Okay. Yeah, because I definitely want to put it on, have it on my character. So the box was what? Just simply showing me, or the box was just
how the shirt got transported.
I got it. Cool. So obviously, I'm gonna have like Arendor's just like that hallow spell that wraps around the whole entire complex. He would kind of know, even though there obviously weren't security cameras, he would know when the outside has changed, the outside environment has changed, especially if it's changed dramatically like this, where it's all of a sudden become cold, right? So he grabs off of his coat rack a heavier cloak than he would normally wear, and he goes and opens up the door, right, and steps out into it.
Bart?
So she's kind of very hesitant because she is still trying to gather what had just happened and then what she had just said. And she starts groaning as she dresses herself in this very thick coat and grabs her leather bag, straps her fiddle over her shoulder, and slowly opens the door.
When you open the door, you feel that gust, cold, bone-biting wind. And the outside is not the hallway that you're used to seeing. You step through.
Sure, why not? I'll step through.
So upon stepping through, and I don't know where David went.
Right here.
Okay, you're literally hidden from sight, so you know.
I'm dealing with familiar related issues.
So in perpetuity for Carlson at this point, for right now. Everyone steps out into this cold, snow-laden land. And where everyone is at, you are in what could be described as normal traveling path of carts and, animals with horses and what people normally would travel on. And there's a fresh coating of snow on the ground in that path. When you guys look around, you guys notice that there are people that you're not familiar nor have you ever met before. That is beside you about 5 feet from each and every one of you guys. How would you go ahead and introduce yourselves to each other, or how your character would act upon meeting a new face suddenly?
Gnarlson draws his sword and says, "Declare your allegiance to the king." And is waiting for a response, looking very menacingly.
Which king?
I didn't vote for you.
You don't vote for kings.
Where I'm from, you can.
Based off the responses he's getting, the sword lowers just a bit. But there is a glare on his face, and he's watching each and every one of you very, very closely.
Dear boy, I pledge no allegiance to kings or kingdoms. I only serve my benefactor, my, what you call it, my patron. And my patron is ill-sensing. They are the only one that I pay homage to.
So long as you hold no fealty to the traitor king, you will have no difficulty with me.
That sounds reasonable. You seem very nice.
You have no idea who I am, lady. I am death incarnate, walking the lands.
Oh.
Sounds like my kind of
That's why Ilsensin likes you so much.
Judgment.
She's gonna perk up a little bit, like twitch her head at the mention of the patron, but dismiss it, school her face back pretty quickly. She's gonna tip her hood down and make a quick, well, I find it very funny that you say you're death incarnate when I literally look like this. Also, who are you?
Gnarlson Firebrand, the disgraced captain of the guard and victim of foul treachery. If I ever get my hands on the king again, he will be found throughout his kingdom in small pieces.
Well,
That sounds like fun.
I don't know who you are, but maybe you shouldn't go admitting to open treason in front of a group of, I presume, strangers. I don't think any of us really. Yeah. I look around really quick and it's like, yeah, I don't know these people. And even if I did, I don't remember them.
I have no fear, I have no doubt, and I fear only failure.
Isn't that fun for you?
Dirge.
You're muted, Dirge.
I know. I was trying to get it to go off mute. Dirge continues to walk as he hears the others in the group talk amongst themselves, whether it be threatening or it be lively or it be mournful, whatever the case may be. He listens to it all. When others try to press him for his name and other information, he points to the tattoos that he has on his arms. His name is actually written, but the ink actually moves in such a way that it looks like waves are crashing on his arms, and it shows the path of writing within the sand as the tide pulls away. He blows into his pan whistle, and each of you in your mind's eye can hear him say his name is Dirge Hollowtide. He also those of you some of you get a sense of memories long gone from your own past, whether they be good, they be bad, indifferent. Just depends on your demeanor at the moment that you hear the music. Some of you get a sense of wonder. Some of you get a sense of pain, but it's all wrapped up within the music that Dirge plays.
Arendor.
You see standing amongst you a tall, lean, very composed elf, silver blonde, long hair, seems to
Hey, Twinkie.
seems to kind of eye everyone. Quiet, reserved is the first things that come to mind, and he proceeds to try to interact with each of you by introducing himself, by saying that I am Arendor Vailwyn, and I am here to lend my services to help whatever the fates have drawn us to. And he'll actually try and shake everyone's hand.
When you reach up to shake Gnarlson's hand, you realize it is the size of a serving platter. And when I say reach up, you realize that this man is a walking wall. About 7 feet tall and about 4 feet wide.
Okay.
When he approaches me, I am, and I see that he's holding his hand out, I'm gonna kind of glance down and look up at him like, what are you doing? But I will say, I will introduce myself as Judgment, the Herald of House Bane, but I won't shake his hand.
And he takes no offense to anyone that is not shaking his hand. So he continues to move through the crowd.
When the oracle receives your hand in handshake, she turns it over palm upwards and goes, "Oh my, what an interesting life you've led." Hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, oh, oh. Let's not talk about that for now. I am the oracle. It is nice to meet you.
So again, he'll continue around with each of you, and regardless of your reaction, he seems to treat you with respect and kindness, and that's it.
Lark.
I mean, Lark is gonna hold out her talon-like hands, and she's gonna grab the hand between both and just go. She doesn't know who this person is, and she's very confused.
Ham.
Well, Tam has on gloves, so he will shake hands, but he just says, "My name is Tam. I watch the stars. It's more of a calling than a vocation, and I received notice that someone needed my aid, and that's how I arrived here." And then I'm gonna walk over to Dirge and say, "It's an interesting mind trick you've got there with that music. Care to tell me how? Sing me a song, play me a song, and tell me how it works."
Dirge lifts his pan whistle. Gotta get the word right. Pan whistle. I'm gonna write it on there. And starts to play as he walks. You get the sense of him telling a story of his past. And I'll be happy to provide that to you in private, since not everyone else is around us at the same time. But you come to understand a little bit about his background and what has happened and why he plays the pan whistle rather than talking. But you feel a little bit relieved by understanding where he comes from.
After you guys' introduction, you hear, not far from you guys, "Oh, good, you guys have agreed. Thank you so much." Upon turning, there's one individual, but that one individual appears as they did to you when you first saw them. So, Gnarlson, you just hear on the wind while everyone else is seeing someone that's standing there. You guys are informed that if you head down in this direction, and this will be north, following the road, you will eventually come to a town. And in that town, that you will be met by them again, to be shown to more or less what would be the equivalency of a mayor in this town. And they are needing your help. As the letter has said, there has been some changes, and the dark forces has started corrupting. And what was once just some folklores, stories that was told. It appears some twisted and gnarlesome creatures are coming from. Very selective stories. And it's causing a major disruption within the day-to-day life of the townspeople. But if you need anything while you're in town, please see the mayor after speaking. And again, I will see you guys here shortly upon entering the town. And as soon as you hear town, the person disappears.
Strange and magical forces at play here, and I do not like them.
As you say, with most people in this group, it's magical.
Yeah, I realized that when I decided to take an anti-magic bent here.
I mean, I love it though. It's awesome.
Arendor does kind of when he says that, he kind of shifts his gaze over to Gnarlson and kind of raises an eyebrow like the Rock, kind of raises an eyebrow like, did I hear that correctly? But just in his own right, not challenging Gnarlson, but just that's his reaction to it.
Oh, you'll be fine, dear boy. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I am not afraid, old lady. Magic was used to betray me.
Oh.
I will not fall victim to it again.
Well, that I understand. And please know that I will not harm thee with any of my magics on purpose.
Purpose.
But
If
you
an
know what it
errant-
sounds like.
If an errant spell so much as singes a hair on my beard, you will rue the day.
You know what that sounds like? A personal problem.
It sounds.
So
She's
suck it up, Buttercup.
Look, you feathered freak.
Look,
Oh.
you grease ball of a human.
Now, children, let's everyone get along. We're all here for the same reason. We either need help or are here to help. So let's work together, and we'll save the bloodletting for the end of the adventure, shall we?
Judgment's
Judgment.
eyes were just flicking back and forth through that entire exchange. And the moment the Oracle says on purpose, I'll go ahead and say, if you keep talking to all of us like that, it might be. I do not guarantee the same things that this person does.
So
Feisty one.
upon having that interaction, a very strongly beliefs and morals or discussion of such when it comes to magic, how do you guys proceed? And this road is wide enough where you guys can walk 2 by 2. I mean, 2 people can walk easily next to each other, or you guys can be in line. How do you guys proceed?
I will position myself as far away from Narlson as possible.
Gnarlson.
So I don't frighten the boy with my unpredictable magic.
Gives a look of utter disgust at all that's going on around me, and just takes off toward town, not even looking back to see if anybody's following.
That seems typical.
I'm going to mirror this similar look of disgust. and kind of just like shrug it off and adjust my shoulders, straighten myself up, and just continue on. If somebody wants to sidle up to me, I'm not going to actively like push them away, but I'm not encouraging it.
Oh, you're being sidled, dearie. The Oracle
Okay,
has taken to you quite nicely. She thinks you're the bee's knees.
that is not a familiar feeling.
I for whatever reason, I get in my head the image of Buckaroo Banzai and all of the group at the very end of the movie as the credits are rolling as they're walking across, and all of them are kind of staggered but still together as their determination of walking towards town together. Some of you may not get it. Some of you have to get it. Watch Buckaroo Banzai.
Yes.
It's been
Yes.
about 40
I
years
see
since I've
that.
seen that, but yeah.
Arendor will position himself squarely in the middle of the group. So wherever Arendor kind of perceives that not at the front of the pack, but not at the very back, he would position himself in the middle of the group.
Tam.
I take one hard look at the stars to try to get my bearings, at least in this place, and set off down the path.
Lark.
I'm just gonna casually walk with the group. Just trying to keep warm at least, because her talons are freezing right now.
Dirge. We're
I don't know, fly casual.
Being that my background is a fighter ranger, I'll either with whichever way the group would like for me to go, I'll be happy to take point or off to the side, just at the ready in case something happens.
Gnarlson and I have already left.
I would say Gnarls
Gnarlson
already
took
heading
point
over.
whether anybody was going to give it to him or not.
So, come on.
All right, we're heading towards the town, and then Dirge and Lark will play us a marching tune as we head towards the mayor's office.
So, you guys are walking. I mean, it's been about an hour. Unfortunately, the spell did not put you guys very close to the town as one would hope.
Stupid spell.
So, when you guys
Matt?
were walking, yes,
Matt, so obviously Arendor, with his advanced and well-traveled knowledge, does he recognize where he is? Does just by matter of fact, like, does he recognize any of the scenery? Is there anything familiar to him? And obviously a landmark that would say that I'm still in the same, that Arendor is in the same plane that he left, the same planet that he left.
so all you're able to gather is you're in a possible winter tundra.
Okay.
It's like literally dropping you in the middle of the forest, either in Alaska, Russia. I mean, anywhere. It's all going to be a snowy, evergreen, type of scenery.
Okay. And
There's
this entity never name checked the town that we were going to?
no, because I forgot
Okay.
what I named the town in my letter originally.
No problem. Nope, that's
And
cool.
technical
You don't have to
difficulties
admit
got
that.
rid of it.
You don't have to admit that. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed something.
Well, as we
Aaron,
have two well-traveled fighter types here, I'm going to roll a history check to see if I recognize anything about where I am, because heraldry as a knight of the realm, even though I'm disgraced, would have been something that I paid a lot of attention to.
Okay, go ahead and roll a history check. and see.
As soon as I figure out where I did with my sheet.
It's probably on the screen somewhere.
14.
14. So you're not quite sure of the location you are in, other than you do gather it is the northern hemisphere.
Oh yeah, I recognize this because the weather and terrain are like home, man. I'm fully happy in this environment.
So you don't know the exact pinpoint location of where you're at, but you do know you're at the more northern part of the hemisphere that you are currently in.
And
it's not
does this
something that
kingdom
you're
have anything to
familiar
do with the Traitor King?
No, but you do see some correlation that could be alluding that some sort of influence of that king or the mentality of that king.
I knew his hand was involved here.
So
I recognize his foul stench when I step through the portal.
So upon walking, you guys conversate as you guys would normally have between unknown entities, and some of you guys keep aloof and people watch. Endor and Tam.
Oh, it's the Ewok planet again.
Is he a witch of Endor?
Erendor, sorry. Yeah, my brain's literally going like right with and leaving out the R every time. Erendor and Tam. You, with your guys' passive perception, you guys are able to hear something from the distance. Erendor, you're able to discern that there are some heavier steps that set slightly apart of the whatever sound it may be. But you do gather there are a couple different sets or sounds are coming from a direction.
Are these animal? Are these going to be animal sounds? Like, are these hooves? Are these paws? Are these four-legged type sounds that I'm kind of picking up, or is it human sounds? Is it giants crunching through the forest? I mean, what is there any way that I can distinguish these heavy so-called steps that I'm hearing? Can I distinguish anything more than that?
Go ahead and roll for perception, or even investigation. Not necessarily that you're looking with your eyes, but you're having a very attentive way of you're trying to listen and ascertain the information.
Yeah, probably perception, because I'm skilled in that, and one of my highest bonuses. So I would probably perception. As you can see, a 27.
Okay, so with the 27, you haven't heard these steps or the sounds before. These are something different, but you are able to ascertain that these are bipedal creatures, but they're not something that you're used to hearing. You hear a larger crunch, and not necessarily a crunch of the snow, but just a minor crunch of something that is off with the step.
Alert everyone, particularly Gnarlson. Direction, can I tell a clear direction?
You're able to hear the larger steps coming from your west, And then you
Left?
are, yeah, you're left. And then you're able to hear some lighter steps coming from what would be basically your southeast. So
Okay.
from the back of you on your right hand side, about from your shoulder blade back.
Do you, and I'll say very loudly, do you hear that off to the west, off to the south? I'm hearing some type of movement, some very heavy steps to the west and to the south.
Yes.
And particularly, I'm trying to get Gnarlson's attention.
Oh, you got my attention, all right.
And
I immediately go into a fighter's guard stance,
and I'm
instinctively putting my back to you.
yeah. And since my perception's also very high, I'm like, yes.
So you are able to first see something that is actually towering over the trees. There are two off to the west, to your guys' left.
Sensing
And
danger, I bury my face into the shoulder of judgment.
when it's getting closer, it's odd. You've never seen these this large before, nor even imagine that this is going to be as big as it is. Instead of a normal smile that you typically see on this creature, you see a gnarl, evil type of grin with teeth showing that if they can get a hold of you, you would assume that they will eat and devour each and every one of you guys.
Well, do I recognize what it is?
That will be in a moment. I need everyone to roll initiative.
This is fun. What just happened? I have an entire combat log on Gnarlson here.
Okay. Does anyone have a 20 plus?
I have a 20.
Okay. 15 to 19.
I have 19.
I actually had a 22, but for whatever reason, it didn't log it correctly, and I don't know why.
That's fine. I will have technical difficulties are always the issue.
Yeah.
And the bane of every group that plays online.
21, sorry. Do 21.
Well, I mean, you can drink now. Congratulations.
21 means 21.
Oracle, what did you roll again?
A 19.
19. Okay. 10 to 14.
Yeah, Arendor with an 11.
And what did you get? You got just a 5 or you're okay. Hold on real quick.
You're just
So
waiting.
Okay, so Tam, you said you got 5. Lark, what did you get?
I got an 8.
Judgment?
4.
Tam, what is your dex?
Didn't Lisa roll a 5?
I rolled a 5.
There's a reason why.
Oh, okay.
Because
plus
one of the enemies also rolled a 5. So,
plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay. Okay. So let me make sure I have everyone. Okay. So these large creatures are gingerbread golems.
Whoa.
And they do tower over these trees. Also, from the direction that Arendor could ascertain, well, there's 2 of the gingerbread golems.
Are those off to the west or the south?
Yeah, they're off to the west.
Okay.
Those are having that. You ascertain that some of the edge of their feet for them are slowly crunching and crumbling with every step.
Okay.
From the south, there are 3 gingerbreads that look like they're having some black or dark green ichor that's just dripping off of their bodies. That it may look like what would have been icing. And so, Dirge, you're up first. And each of these creatures are 15 feet from you guys.
15.
But the golems are, massive, so they will actually be, within attack range because they're as big as they are.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and answer Judgment's question?
Judgment.
I just have a quick thing. What's the order that we're all like going down the road? Like who's behind who's in front of who?
So it was these staggering type of
No, the party.
Yeah, that's what Chris was talking about. It's like a staggering effect. So the first person at the very head of everyone is Gnarlson. Then Tam's after that, but then after that it's more of a staggering type of where my brain's going dead. Arendor was in the middle of everyone while Lark was behind them, and Judgment and Oracle, you'll be closer around them at that point, because it's wide enough where you guys can walk 2 people next to each other, so it can be staggered out. They're within a couple feet of you guys.
From hearth to hall, we deliver it all. Whether you're nestled in a mossy cottage or posted at a windswept keep, the Swift Stag Courier Guild rides swift and sure across the Iron Realm, bringing the realm's finest goods straight to your door. Need a honey-glazed venison shank from the boar and bramble? Or perhaps a pouch of dream root tea from Moonshade Apothecary? Our fleet-footed couriers, some say part satyr, run, ride, and even broom their way through forest and fog to reach you. From enchanted combs at Velvet Antler Emporium to cinnamon knots fresh from the Soot and Spoon, to wax-dipped candles and ink vials from Glimmerwick Provisions, we partner with the best, so you never go without. Deliveries within 5 leagues of any major town or guild outpost. Rush orders, just 1 silver more. But beware, dragon sightings and magical storms may cause delays. Look for the silver stag mid-leap, antlers trailing wind, satchel stamped with seal. That's Swift Stag, because when the realm needs a runner, we don't walk, we leap. Swift Stag Courier Guild. From hearth to hall, we deliver it all. Welcome to the Saltine Keg, where the fire's warm, the ale's cold, and the biscuits are blessed. Found in cities across the Iron Realm, each Saltine Keg is locally owned, steeped in tradition, and brimming with hearty fare. Whether you're a weary traveler or a curious local, you never know what stories will unfold when you step through our doors. Tonight's offerings? Let's take a look. Hearty suppers and platters. Sink your teeth into the hunter's roast beast, slow-roasted venison or boar with root vegetables and thick gravy. Or try the fried fowl and tater wedges, crispy chicken thighs paired with herbed potato slices. Feeling nostalgic? The shepherd's pie of the southern marches brings ground lamb and mashed turnips together in a golden crust. For something sweet and savory, the smoked ham haunch with honey glaze and stewed apples is a crowd favorite. And if breakfast for supper is your calling, the Barrelman's Plate delivers eggs, sausage, fried cakes, and roasted mushrooms. Each entree comes with your choice of 2 sides: butter-steamed greens, stone-milled corn mush, honeyed carrots, crisped tater discs, or the pickled root medley. Breads and biscuits. Warm your soul with flaky buttermilk biscuits, golden corn cakes with honey butter, or a rustic loaf of hearth bread. Sweet finishes, indulge in the apple crumble of Eldon Hollow, the moonberry cobbler, or the velvety sugar cream tart. Each a spell of sweetness to end your meal. Tankards and draughts. Raise a glass of barrel-aged ale brewed by dwarves deep in the mountain halls. Or sip on sweet cider, goat's milk, or enchanted spring water drawn fresh from the well. The Saltine Keg, where stories simmer, laughter echoes, and every bite tastes like home. Come hungry, leave mythic.
6 years running, Grain Soak Ale reigns supreme in the kingdom of Ethukoth. Crafted by the Grain Soak brothers in small batches, originally served only at the Dusty Kettle Tavern in Balastar VR, now served across the realms. A wine is just a wine, but an ale is a brew. Grain Soak Ale, now served across Ethukoth and Astarag. Not sold in a Falmouth. Drink responsibly, not suitable for halflings, gnomes, or fairies.
So the gingerbread golems are gargantuan, basically. They're, these trees are, 8 to 10 feet tall at minimum. And these gingerbread golems are literally peeking over them. So those are within attack range because they are as large as they are, but they are distance wise of stepping away are about 15 feet, but with them being on the edge of 15 feet is larger. They're more so within attack range because of how large they are to everyone, because everyone was gathered about 5 feet apart, but once something was drawn attention, most of you guys are veteran fighters and you guys know how, to stop get together, communicate. The gingerbreads are normal, medium-sized creatures. There are 3 of them that are 15 feet from you guys towards your south east direction. So those are not in the melee attack range. The golems would be.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Because, I mean, one step is 15 feet for them. I mean, so they're
Right.
a little bit easier to hit, and in the sense of, they're so large, but not necessarily to do damage.
Okay.
Gurge?
I'm going to move within 15 feet to get close enough to into melee combat. And I'm using my halberd to +1.
Albert.
Hopefully, seriously, why isn't it rolling for me? Display, come on, just okay. Let's see, that'd be 17 to hit. Whoa! I didn't ask for anything else. Stop it. One time only. It was a no idea what all this is. Let's see, 15 plus 8 are 23 to hit.
Are you?
Hmm?
Yes. With the you're going after the golem, one
Yes.
of the golems, or are you going after one of the?
No, I'm going after one of the golems.
Golem?
The big one.
Left or right?
Hmm?
Okay. There's 2 of them. There's a left one and a right one.
Doesn't matter. Dealer's
Okay.
choice. Doesn't matter.
So it does hit. I mean, they're massive. They're they're not high AC, but they're also not extremely low either. 17 does hit it. I mean, well, 23 does hit. So.
Okay, so slashing damage would be. Really? 13 slashing damage. That's
Okay.
first attack. Second attack, same thing. Halberd with a. Why you're rolling so much? This is ridiculous. 21 to hit. On the second, and then that would be 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Next, Gnarlson, Oracle, you're up after Gnarlson.
I'm going to actually take my bonus action first. As I step toward the other gingerbread golem, I immediately double in size as a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh my!
And then I'm going to pull out my greatsword and start swinging. First attack. 29.
Yeah, that hits.
Second attack. 15.
That just misses.
Third attack. If a 15 missed, a 14 missed. So for the 1 damage that did hit is 13 points slashing damage.
Okay. Oracle.
Oh, I tears in my eyes. I lift my head up from Judgment's shoulder, and I say, "Oh, so it's that kind of party." and I cast Scorching Ray towards the same golem that Dirge hit. And nothing happens. Alright. That is a mere. What do we got there? What the heck? I'm so confused. I'm not finding. Okay. I swear, Beyond is just like all over the place.
Yeah, it's not gonna comment on Beyond with everything.
I'm not.
that's, you know.
I'm wondering if it's because we have above VTT on and we're not using it. I don't know if that's. I don't know if we want to turn above VTT off for right now, since we're not
And
using
I
it.
apologize. I cast the wrong spell. Same 2-hit modifier. I'm just gonna roll. Sorry, just forget all that happened. I'm gonna roll again with Sorceress Burst, and that is, let's see, 16 plus 11 is 27 to hit.
27 does hit. Who are you attacking? You said the same one as Dirge?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, that does hit.
and that will do 5, 9, 13 points of whatever the hell that does. I get to pick 13 points of fire damage, and on a successful once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can try to instantly transport the target through the lower planes. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw, in this case DC 17. And I'll let you know what happens if they fail.
So let me look at something, because you also have a wild magic table that was done.
Oh, yes.
correct?
Yeah. I was okay. We'll do that one first then.
I mean, he failed. That one failed. Roll on your wild
okay.
magic table. See what happens with.
Yeah, I'm gonna on the attack. Let's go flustered and rushed. Okay, I rolled a 3, so wild magic does not take place in this instance. So he failed his charisma saving throw.
Yeah, he's not
Okay.
very charismatic. That's
Okay.
tell.
So on a fail, the target disappears and hurtles through a nightmare landscape. That sounds like fun. The target takes 8d10 psychic damage, and it has the incapacitated condition until the end of your next turn. When it returns to the space it previously occupied, on the nearest unoccupied space. So, I'll roll 8d10 over here, psychic damage.
You're telling me you gave a gingerbread cookie PTSD?
Yeah.
Yes, and a nice
the oven.
singed edge. Yeah.
It is because of the fire, and it reminded him of the oven.
That's
Fire
the way
damage.
he crumbled.
Yes. There we go. Whee! 50 points of psychic damage to the cookie.
Does the cookie crumble?
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome to a high-level campaign.
He does not crumble, but before you see him disappear, you do notice that he's pretty burnt. Not, to and dissipate, but like he was left in the oven a little too long.
I'm very forgetful in that manner. I burn my cookies all the time.
So, is that all? Is that your turn, Oracle?
You only get the one action per turn, oddly enough, at level 15, but that bonus there was a doozy.
So, it is now the gingerbreads the three that are in the southwest. So
I thought they might be on our side. It's going to heat.
And
did I do that?
So you hear all three of them rushing up behind you guys. One pops off to the right towards Endor, and the other two pop close to Oracle and Judgment.
Not the
I
gun.
guess John's just going to be an Ewok today.
Not the gun drop buttons. No.
I said Arendor on that one.
Oh, you said Endor.
Endor again. I said Arendor on one of my brain did one of the two. Anyways,
I'll just call him Wicket from now on.
Yeah. So, Arendor, no, I said Arendor.
I know. I was just laughing because I was thinking you would say it wrong.
You did. Yeah, you did.
So, the gingerbread that comes up to you, you hear the snarling, and there's a putrid smell coming off of this cookie. And with them getting close, you notice the hand is start forming into long claws, and that they will make a multi-attack against you.
Okay.
The first one is a horrible fail, and the last one is a horrendously bad fail.
Okay.
So they come up. This one comes up to you, swings at you, and just in perfect timing, you were able just to elegantly and smoothly move out of the way of both of the claw attacks, just like you're just taking a simple step from them.
Nice.
Arendor, steady drunken master.
And Oracle and Judgment, each one that is close to you will do the same, and you have the same smell coming off of them as well. So Oracle, 15. Roll me.
That would miss me, Terry.
And second attack for that one will also miss. Judgment to be yours, and that will, I can already tell that's going to miss at level 15. You should be higher than a 13 for AC.
17.
And a miss again on that one. Arendor, you're up.
So I have one in front of me, or two?
You have one. They have two. They have multi-attacks.
How are you? That's fine. How are you designating these?
So
left, right, 1, 2, blue, green.
Let's do 1, 2, and 3. 1 is yours, 2 is Oracle's, and 3 is Judgment's.
Okay, all right. And if anything, and just for the next, when we pick up the next session, if they're all still alive, that's all. So the one that's in front of me, I'm just gonna do a basic just attack, because I don't have anyone in 5 feet, so I can't use sneak attack. Is that right? The sneak attack damage is if someone's in 5 feet of me, or if I'm at stealth, right?
If you're in stealth, or an enemy of your enemies within 5 feet. So you guys are, I will say they're just barely outside of 5 feet of the gingerbread that you're fighting, just because of how you guys got closer, but the one person that's going to be the next closest to you is just barely outside of their 5
That's
of the enemy's
okay.
5 feet.
That's fine. So I'm gonna to assess the situation. Aaron Dorr would make just basically 2 rapier attacks, just to see where we're at with everything right now. So here's the first attack. 27.
That does hit.
And here comes 16 piercing damage. Also marked that they are vexed. And vexed is
you will get advantage on your next attack with that weapon.
Right. Yep. And then here comes the second attack with the rapier, and he's doing this in a very flourish style. So he just has a one. He's just using one weapon, and like I said, he's got this very sharp and pointy and very nice looking rapier. By the way, the hilt on it's intricately carved. I mean, it looks elegant and beautiful just as he's using it.
These men are so proud of their swords.
Was it made for the 6-fingered man?
19 on the second attack to hit.
That does hit.
And 9 this time. 9 piercing. They're vexed. Now, so bonus actions. I'm just gonna stand my ground. Arendor's trying to make an assessment in combat of kind of everything that's going on, sizing up his opponents, sizing up his allies, the whole thing. So Arendor's done.
Okay. So next is going to be the only ginger golem that is still on that plane. So with that, Dirge, you're going to be the closest to it.
Dirge is the one that's missing. It's mine that's still here.
No, Dirge is the closest one to the golem that is to that one. You guys were not far from. I mean, both were not far from it. I mean, they're 15 feet. I mean, they're tall as all get out.
I'm 14 feet tall now, and he goes after the little guy.
That's right. I forgot you enlarged yourself. Well, I mean, they may want to pick on the little guy. You never know.
Let's not and say we did.
So yes, Gnarlson, my bad. It's gonna go after you.
Okay.
And they have multi-attack. And that is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
You sound so disappointed that you got hit.
It's not a fun thing. Unless, you have a safe word.
Some people it may be.
Like I said, if you have a safe word, it's in it.
Nine points of damage just from the first attack. And he misses with that. And that will be the end of the first golem. Because, the second one's not here yet. So, Lark, you're up. And Tam, you're on deck.
Finally. Okay. Which golem is closest to me?
Well, there's only one that's there. The other one's in another plane of existence currently. So,
Alright.
7th level of hell.
How far away?
he would be about 20 feet from you since you're a little further in than.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my short bow.
Okay.
Wow, D&D and Beyond does not like me right now.
He doesn't like any of us.
I got a 29 to hit.
Doesn't like. Yeah, that hits.
I'm gonna roll it again to see if my other attack hits.
That's fine.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that would be 11 points of damage.
From your first attack?
In total. The first attack would be 6 points of damage. The second attack would be 5 points of damage.
Okay. And is that your turn, bonus actions?
Yes.
Okay. Tam?
What, sir?
You're up.
Oh. Who all is around the one closest to me?
Which creature are you talking about? The golem or the
Yes.
gingerbread golem?
I
You
don't know what I'm closest to. I was by Gnarlson.
So
when
that
this
would be
started.
the golem. I mean, Arlson grew immediately in your face, and you saw his buttocks growing, and you just see him towering now over you, and the golem is in front of him. So, because he enlarged himself, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna step to the side because I don't want to get
You don't want to shoot the thing.
acid on Gnarlson. And I know he doesn't like magic, so I'm going to roll to see if D&D Beyond will work. Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Trying to roll. Let me see if I can reload it right fast. I don't know why it's not working. Man, my dog is making a racket. I'm sorry, y'all.
So we don't hear nothing right now.
Okay, good. Because my downstairs neighbors are probably cursing my name. Okay, let's see if it lets me. Really? See if it lets me cast a spell after all.
You have physical dice.
Huh?
You have physical dice.
I know, but it's a lot of it's 14 d4s, and I don't have 14 d4s. I don't have that. I'm not like you, the dice goblin. Oh, there they go. Somehow they all. Okay, so I did somehow roll somewhere in here. Let's see where. Trying to see. I'm gonna make it do it again because I'm like, you didn't tell me if you rolled to hit or not. Let's roll a D.
Oh, that's 14D. That's showing it. Okay, there we go. I'm like, whoa, that's showing a D20,
That's
but
just a 14.
14
Yeah, but
plus what?
yeah, I don't know what it is. I
Your
always do this with the. Why is this not working?
I know, right? Frustrating with the computer at times. I get it.
Yes. Because I know 14. I know I have a plus something
Plus
here.
8 for your spell attack.
Okay, so 14 plus 8 to it.
That does hit.
And come on. And it was 33 damage unless it rolls again.
I'll take 33. Because it could be also the amount of dice that it's trying to roll too.
It just rolled 38. So whatever you want. 33, 38, I don't care.
I know, right?
So that was acid damage. And let's see. You have to. I don't know what to do next. I'm lost.
If that's your turn, then we can go.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
It's you.
So, right in front of Tam, next to Lark, and slightly off to the left of the gingerbread that's in front of Arendor, you notice something strange is happening with that snow. First, you see it expand in a ball shape, move up, and another bigger ball shape below it starts forming. That moves up, and you have a third starts forming. Instead of it being the white snow that you saw on the ground, some of us are not from the South, so we know more so what the dirt and grime of the snow and slush and stuff like that's typically that's formed after being driven on and refrozen, redriven. It's that grayish, black, brown type of color that forms these 3 snowmen. The head swivels around, looks at Tam, Lark, and Arendor. And as soon as it stops moving, you see the eyes pop out and an evil grin, and you hear a diabolical laugh. And that's where we're gonna end.
Nice.
This was a fun session.
Wait, did Judgment get to play?
No, these snowmen actually is the.
Wait, Judgment.
Hold on. The
Dad, you're muted.
I actually ended up rolling the snowman right before Judge, and they rolled right. They tied with you, Tam. That's why I asked for your dex, because they rolled a 5 as well. but instead of having them just pop up, and we do have time, but Judgment, go ahead and we can
Let's
end
finish the round.
where that. Yeah, they're not going to attack, so let's go ahead and have you do your attack, and we can start at the beginning. But that's the last thing you guys hear as the.
Oh,
everything
okay.
goes.
All right.
Second judgment.
How close is the small gingerbread to me? What are this?
The regular sized gingerbread is within 5 feet of you.
Okay. I am going to go ahead, make sure I'm actually doing this from the right level. Yep. And cast Guiding Bolt at the second level. Did it roll? Hello? What's going on? Okay.
It seems like it's lagging. And that does hit.
Okay.
24, yeah.
And that will be 20 points of radiant damage. Also, geez, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. This is using 2 sorcery points of Quicken spell. So I still have the ability to cast a cantrip with the casting time of 1 action after. So 20 points of radiant damage. And I am going to go ahead and cast Toll the Dead. And it needs to make a Wisdom 18 saving throw.
They just failed. They rolled a 17.
Oh, wait, no, I did not. Ignore that. I meant to... Since it has... My target has taken damage, it will be 3d12. Which will... Jeez Louise. 21 points of necrotic damage.
That cookie's looking really rough.
You see that this gingerbread man, or what you would assume be a gingerbread man, hear the dolorous sound of the bell. But it doesn't take as much damage as you would think it would have. It acted like it just shrugged off the sound, like it was more so of annoyance. It takes half damage. So that would be 16. And right there, we're gonna. Is that your turn?
Oh, yeah.
And right there is where we're gonna end it for the night. And you guys hearing that diabolical laughter and echoing off the trees. So, everyone, thank you. And everyone that is watching, thank you very much for tuning in for the first of the holiday episodes of the Iron Realms. Unfortunately, next week is a holiday. Christmas Eve is on next Wednesday, and some of us may be traveling or spending time with friends or loved ones for next week. And the following week is New Year's Eve as well after that. So that, may be open to air depending on everyone's schedule. If not, we'll be taking a break then as well. And if we do, we will see you in the new year and have a Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you celebrate
Boxing
at
Day
this time of year. And have a good year and a happy new year for the upcoming year, guys. Thank you and have a good one.
Ho, ho, ho.
Always, let's roll.
to shadowed vale we march, our heavy burdens hail. Iron forged, our hearts beat slow, a dirge of steel where shadows grow. Through battles won and dragons slain, our saga etched in blood and pain. Iron Realm, a symphony of might, echoes of the fallen, lost in endless night. We carry on, our spirits unbent, in this realm of shadows our lives are spent. Of a crimson sky, we fight for glory, we fight for gold. Tales of valor forever told. From ancient ruins we rise again, our voices echo through the glen. Iron Realm, a symphony of might, echoes of the fallen, lost in endless night. We carry on, our spirits unbent, in this realm of shadows our lives are spent. Our lives are spent. The dragons roar, a chilling sound, as treasures gleam upon the ground. We face our fears with hearts ablaze, in this endless struggle through the haze. Iron Realm, a symphony of might, echoes of the fallen, lost in endless night. We carry on, our spirits unbent, in this realm of shadows our lives are spent.